welcome back. Episode 37 with the boys and Goosehound. What's up, baby?
What's up?
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Excellent.
Good. Feeling warm. Feeling
How are
good.
you doing?
And we are missing one of the members of Goosehound, aka Trevor.
You know, life plans get in the way, and there's just not much you can do about it.
So
It
we'll
is
stop
what
at
it
him.
is.
Maybe the podcast is going to be better without him.
It
I guess
will
that's
be.
the
I can
positive way to
promise
think
that,
about it.
Tyler. I can promise the podcast will be better without him.
That's a bold plan,
How's that?
Cotton.
Is Trevor the type that just like talks too much, or is he like the introvert who doesn't say much?
He talks constantly. No, he does not talk at all.
Well, I guess
He
that's
lets
a
the
common
stash
theme
do
with
the talking for him.
If he had his stash
you
still.
guys' band.
Sure, yeah, I shaved it off, didn't he?
Yeah, he shaved that shit
Yeah, he
off.
shaved it off.
Yeah.
They don't gotta know that. The audience doesn't gotta know that,
Yeah,
Isaac.
nobody's gonna look at
Yeah,
that.
I know, but we're, like, we're having a conversation.
Oh, dude.
We're having a
Already, we
conversation.
just started and you're already messing up.
See, I don't know. I've never done this before.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Well, for those who don't know, this is Goosehound. They're an instrumental band, which I don't think there's very many of in this local area. I couldn't name another besides Yoga for Cats.
Who?
Yoga
Who?
for Cats.
I don't think I've
Never
heard of
heard
those guys. Yeah.
Never heard
What
of
was it again?
Yoga for kitty cats. Yoga for kitty cats.
Never
Huh.
heard of him.
Huh. Ethan, is there something you want to say? Are you like affiliated with that band at all?
You know, I am, but I'm not. You know, I don't like have anything officially out with my name on it.
DL.
So really, it's on the DL. You know, we got to kind of keep that secret. We got to keep it safe. You know.
Well, it'll be on the internet here soon, so it's gonna get out. Sorry about it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's news.
Uh,
Oh, well, I guess if it's coming out, it's coming out. I am the drummer of Yoga for Cats.
Let's
Hear
go. But we're not here to talk about Yoga for Cats. We're here to
No,
talk
you're not. No.
Yeah, we're here to talk about Goosehound. So, Isaac, what do you do? I'm sure you're a
I play
guitar or basses.
I play bass. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. Like, I play guitar in other bands that I've been in or am in. And I don't know. Bass is a good way to switch it up, I guess. It's pretty fun.
Right? You kind of get to sit back, relax, just,
Yeah, for sure.
Zach, what
Playing
do
on-
you do?
Those
Sorry,
fixed
what?
strings.
What do you do, Zach? What do you do with the band?
Well, I am primarily the bongo player, but I do moonlight as the guitar player occasionally. Yeah, I play guitar, jam out on stage, keep these motherfuckers in line, you know, the usual stuff.
Only a couple of these licks are yours, though. Not most, you know.
Yeah, not most, not the majority of them.
Yeah.
Who'd you steal it from, Trevor?
Yes, and David
And me.
Johnson, the guitar player.
And
of
me.
occasion,
You
and
stole from me,
Ethan.
too. Yeah. You did steal from me.
Band
Bastard.
drum developing live on Digging In with Tyler. Ethan, do you want to own up to stealing music from Ethan?
You're asking me if I'm stealing
Yeah.
music from myself?
No, I said, does Zach want to own up for
Oh.
Yeah, so what I do is I sit in his closet while he's practicing his mandolin with my guitar, and I just transcribe whatever he's doing on his mandolin, and then I show up to practice, and I'm like, hey guys, check out this cool new riff. And he's like, hey, wait a minute, I wrote that on my mandolin last night. I'm like, dude, why would I know that? And how, like, you just wrote it last night. So, yeah, he's muted, right? Cool. So, yeah, that's what I do.
I see.
That's how it happens.
Is that why everything's out of tune, Zach?
Yes. It's very hard to keep up with your random tunings.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll start with Isaac. Isaac, what is so appealing about being in an instrumental band compared to, having a vocalist?
I don't know. Like, I usually listen to instrumental music, and I don't know. It's just what I like playing, like listening to. Like it's just I prefer it to music with vocals, I suppose.
All right, Ethan.
Like what's it like? It's you focus a lot more and you have a lot more fun. I think it's less trying to make everything like or like the vocals stand out, I guess, and like connect with the bass and like kind of hold the back line down. And it's more like you're kind of geez, Isaac. With okay, no, I'm kidding. But
Amateur.
it's more like everybody's painting a picture and you're coming together at different points and trying to also make each other stand out at different points as well. And it's just it feels like you're in a mini, almost like symphonic band because everybody has their own thing and everybody helps each other out instead of just kind of like getting your basic hooks down and all this other shit with your just basic verse, chorus, bridge,
Well,
verse,
Zach,
chorus.
good luck following up on that.
Yeah, to piggyback off what Ethan said, it's definitely more of like you get a focus on what you as an individual can contribute to the band as a whole and not really have to worry about fitting other parts into it. Like traditionally when I was in other bands with vocalists, I would have to keep in mind like every time like, hey, don't make this part so busy because the vocals are going to be doing a lot of stuff here, or hey, make sure you leave some breathing room for the vocalist to do what they want to do, because traditionally, at least in my experience, the vocals come like after the entire song has been written, so
Right.
the vocalist can get like a fuller picture of what's going on. But in this band, it's definitely not an issue that we face. We can kind of just do whatever we want and whatever comes naturally to us, and it doesn't make it, hey, there's my cat, doesn't make it so tedious, I would say, to have to like be God, what's the word? Yeah, see, I had this whole response, I was going, and then I just messed up. But
The freedom is nice.
it makes it so it's not so, like I said, tedious and being like, okay, we got to repeat this part, so this is the chorus, and like we don't have to worry about that. We can just be like, hey, we did this part once, and we think it sounds cool, and we can just move on to the next stuff. And that, with that being said, a lot of our songs come out to be like 3 minutes long. And I think that's a big part of it, is that we don't have to worry about verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus type shit. So, yeah.
One thing that I like about your music is like traditionally with like instrumental, it's kind of like let's just use animals as leaders. It's so like technical. There's some groovy parts, but you guys almost have like a punk / like thrashy feel to where you guys aren't. It's not all about the guitar. Like I can feel the emotion compared to somebody like Animals as Leaders, where it's almost like they're just trying to write nice guitar parts. Granted, they're great musicians, but I relate more to your guys' music compared to somebody like them.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. When I try to write stuff, I definitely try to focus more on like a melody that kind of gets stuck in your head, and you're like, oh, yeah, like or whatever the fuck it is. You can actually like sit down. What traditionally would be a vocal line of a chorus or a verse getting stuck in your head.
You got it.
So yeah, that's kind of the way I've been approaching it, because we don't have a vocalist. The audience needs something to focus on and connect to, like you said,
Right.
and that's exactly the approach that I am going for in most of my songwriting.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about instrumental music is like everybody's going to interpret something like that different, whether it's like piano, whether it's violin, whether it's like a full band. You guys interpret it differently, and like it draws out emotions compared to something with vocals. Maybe sometimes you're not going to relate to the vocals, or maybe sometimes you don't like the hook or like the harmony. But with instrumental music, there might be, like you said, a part where traditionally it may not be in music with the vocalist, where you guys maybe I'm going to play a little bit of ride here, maybe I'll go hi-hats here, compared to something that's like manicured, I guess, better. Does it make sense?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
that makes sense. Yeah. No, I really enjoy like the weirdest part of the Goosehound, I would say, is just like the switching from parts to just wild parts to going to feeling parts, and you have to find emotion in all of it because that's like really all we have to portray what we're doing. I mean, like if we're not putting emotion in this, is kind of just null,
Right, Isaac.
you know. But
Is there anything you want to chime in?
I mean, I really agree with those guys. Like, they're really points for me, too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's unfortunate our buddy Trevor isn't here because he's
really is
definitely a big contributor of the melodies and stuff. Because a
huge.
lot of the
Yep.
times when we're writing, I'll just come in with the main riff and be like, "Hey, this is what I'm thinking," and everybody else will just come up with their individual parts, just with a little bit of input from everybody else, but it's mostly individual.
Yeah.
And even to the point where when I was living in Kearney, like I would just put your phone on silent, dog. I would just send them
Call it out
riffs,
again.
and
Fuck. There we
oh
go.
my god, oh my god. Yeah, but I would just send them riffs that I wrote just from my computer, just in my guitar tracks, being like, "Hey guys, this is what I'm thinking." They'll give me some feedback, and once we get a concrete idea of what's going on, Trevor will, I guess, traditionally fill the role of a vocalist and write a lot of the melodies to the backing chords that I have. And sometimes we'll switch it up and I'll do that, but it's definitely like half and half. And he's, I would say, the only compliment I'm going to give him because he didn't join this stream was that he is a significantly better guitar player than I am. So it's fun to try to
Trevor's a
A,
good
keep
guitar
up with
player.
him. Yeah, he is a fucking beast. But A, it's fun to keep up with him, and B, it's really nice to have his input on my parts, but also to be like, "Hey, this is what I'm thinking, but I don't know if I'm physically gifted enough to play it. Can you try this?" And I'll just mouth it out, and he'll be like, "Yeah, bro," and
Wait.
go crazy.
There's such thing as guitar talk as well?
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm learning something new as a drummer. I've known there's always been drum talk. Like if I was to say to Ethan, "Doo-ga-doo-ga-doo," you would know exactly. "Doo-ga-doo-ga-doo."
Yeah, it's true.
There's guitar talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learn something every day. That's what I tell myself.
Somebody, okay, speaking of, I said that same exact thing to my friend from Arkansas. She was listening to Tillian, which is the vocalist of Dance Gavin Dance.
Yeah.
But she was listening to Tillian's solo stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I know who that is. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, that's the vocalist of Dance Gavin Dance. She goes, no wonder it sounds familiar.
Oh.
She had no idea. He's got a pretty unmistakable voice.
Yeah, and it's not like it's just his name or whatever.
Yeah, no shit.
Fucking Tillian. If you have a name like Tillian, you have to be like good at something. I mean, good thing he's good at singing, and not like good at concrete work. I would never be like.
Hey, Tillian Concrete Works kind of got a ring to it.
That's pretty hot. Yeah, but it's almost like just Tillian's good though. You put Tillian behind anything, like Tillian Recording.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
You're just fancy.
Tillian's just an Italian restaurant now. Tillian.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Because the trendy thing now is one-word restaurants.
Is that true?
100% true.
Huh. I guess, yeah, that is true. Oh man, you put me on the spot here. I don't know any one-word restaurants.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some.
Wendy's.
That's one word. Arby's.
Oh yeah, look at that. We got it.
McDonald's.
Guys, I'm talking about a little bit more high-end.
Fazoli's.
Okay.
You know what? I got you kind of off topic. I'm sorry, guys.
Subway, come on.
I did have Subway today.
Nice. It's been a couple of years for me.
Sponsored by any restaurant as a band. Who would you want to be sponsored by?
Chipotle.
We've talked about this. No, that's bullshit. We were going to try and get Runza.
Chipotle.
Oh, that's true.
We were going to try and have Runza sponsor the Yoga for Cats and Goosehound tour.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How are you even going about like getting a restaurant as a sponsor?
I was just gonna say we were gonna promote you at every show. I know your menu inside and out because I'm a doozies, and I'll just and I was gonna I'd pay for them to print out a Runza logo sticker so I could put it on my center of the drums and just have that.
Okay, Nick Decker.
Thank you.
What funny story
Nick
about
Decker.
restaurants sponsoring people is when I was a little kid, I used to skateboard. I don't anymore. I can like barely ollie, but I used to be like pretty decent. I could kickflip, I could grind, I could fakie, I could reverse fakie, all that shit. And my mom's boyfriend at the time owned a restaurant, so he gave me this giant sticker that said Stoffer's Restaurant, and I put it on the bottom of my skateboard. I'm like, yeah. No biggie. I'm sponsored.
It's called Stoppers?
Stoffers, yeah.
Oh, Stoppers. I thought you were saying Stoppers, and I'm like,
Stalkers.
No,
never go to
Stoffers.
Stoppers.
Stoffers pie. I
Yes.
was sponsored in pie. I would get pie every week. Not a
Nice.
bad gig.
That
And
way you're
that's how Zach turned out the way he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it makes sense now.
That's
What was
for
your-
sure.
What was your favorite pie, Zach? Tell
He
us.
made me this. So I really like almond joys. Just
Okay.
like the coconut, the chocolate, the almonds. You know.
Okay.
He
Can't
made
agree,
me an
but okay.
almond. Well, you have bad
No,
taste
it's-
in candy. It's fine.
No, we just differ in
But,
opinion, my
You
friend.
know, just you have terrible taste. But yeah, so I would eat. He made me this pie that was like an almond joy pie, and it was excellent. I loved it. And then they broke up because he didn't want to have more kids.
No, it's because the wife didn't like almond joy pie, and she didn't agree with her kid being fed almond joy pie.
My mom likes almond joys. I don't know,
She
dude.
didn't want to have more kids, but she didn't have more kids. That's what.
No. Okay, so the
Whoa, guys!
It was-
No, I'm just confused about
no,
the
the
story.
guy, the dude didn't want to have more children, and my mom already had 3
Oh,
kids.
oh, she didn't want
And
to.
then-
Okay, okay.
And then later
okay,
we found
okay,
out that
okay,
was
okay,
just
okay,
a
okay,
bullshit
okay, okay.
excuse because he married another girl with
Who had
4
kids.
children. So it
Uh.
was just like he just didn't want to get married to my mom.
That's a fucking shame.
Yeah.
Fucking,
What?
You're like digging into his wounds. Take it easy.
I love him. I just want to make sure he's okay, and I was confused about the story. Okay.
That's just why I have problems with long-term relationships.
Because she didn't want to have more kids.
I'm sorry, dude. Like, why
Oh,
is this like I get it.
God,
damn.
bringing up old wounds, bro.
I mean, my mom dated around too. It happens, but I learned a lot from that. So
Oh, we all know Isaac's mom was just like a saint, right?
yeah, she lives 2 blocks away
Actually-
from a Catholic church.
Not even.
She is.
We live in the same block as the Catholic Church.
They walk to church every Sunday.
They do. Well, they
Yeah,
did.
Welcome me
They
into
maybe
her
did.
home
When-
with open arms.
When I lived there.
Yep.
Would you guys ever play a show in a church, you think?
Ethan plays a
have.
show in a church
Oh, yeah.
constantly.
I have played shows at churches.
With
I
what
had-
band?
What?
With what band?
Just like a church group, like with many like different church groups and like a touring church group. And then I decided not to do that anymore. and now I'm a part of the country band, and I'm gonna decide not to do that anymore too.
Going up in the world, buddy.
You went from church drummer to country drummer. Hey, listen, country drummers make some fucking money.
Yeah, that's true.
They did
Well,
before
until they
COVID,
decided to stop
Before
paying.
COVID.
and then to stop. But it's fine.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not. It's like unemployment. I'm fine.
I had one goal in my life in a church, it was to play "Rain in Blood" by Slayer in a church, and I was dating this girl once that was like super Christian, and she wanted me to play guitar in her Christian rock band, and I was like, yes, only so I could play "Rain in Blood" by Slayer in the church. So I showed up to one practice, did that, and then fucked off the rest of the practice, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it.
It would have been a better story if you broke up with her after you played the one song.
All right, we're good.
Yeah, I'm good. See ya.
We're good. There's something about church music that's just, I don't know, whether it's inspiring or just brain numbing. I can't tell.
Well, church and like gospel drummers, and even maybe
Oh, they go in south, but that's it.
God, they're on
Yeah.
they're on a whole different level. It's like rock, hardcore, fucking church gospel drummers. If you can
Yeah.
play jazz, if you can play jazz, anything or gospel,
Yeah, it's a fuck ton of linear chops is what they do. They call it gospel chops, and it's mixing up just a lot of right lefts, right left lefts, going in between your kick and your foot, just kind of going just fucking nuts. Increasing time, just going the fucking that's
Yeah.
hella gospel chops, and it's like Thomas Pridgen got really big from that, and like Eric Moore, Aaron Spears, man, yeah, a lot of them are
Baby.
really
Keep
big into
going.
that. I know. I fucking love them. They're all super inspiring. They're all so goddamn good. Eric Moore on Tram, dude. Have you ever listened to Tram? It's a
Yeah,
side
man.
project with Tozen Bosky.
Hey, Zach and
From
Isaac,
the
you
Mars
guys can sit
Volta.
down for a little bit. We're gonna talk about drums. If you guys just want.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, Zach. Let's go talk somewhere else.
Yeah, let's go host our own podcast, digging it with
Just go into
Zach
Discord.
Isaac.
Just go into
Yeah,
Discord. You're fine.
Yeah, we're gonna Discord.
I guess what's like the height of like guitar? So like I was saying, like if you have gospel chops, you're pretty fucking good. As far as guitar goes,
For me, at least, it's I think I think actually the guitar or any music really, once you get to a certain point, I think you need to start learning jazz music because
Yeah, dude.
100%.
yeah,
100%.
because I feel like jazz music is definitely like you can study all the rock you want, you can study all the punk you want, you can study all the pop you want.
It's a whole nother level.
The hip hop or whatever you want, but once you get to a specific point in your ability to play, then you're at the point where it's like jazz is the only thing left, and I got to learn how to do jazz chords, I got to learn how to do jazz scales, I got to learn how to do seventh chords, I have to learn how to do minor seventh chords. And I was actually talking to my buddy Travis, who makes hardstyle music, which is a type of electronic music that's big in Europe, and he was like, dude, I don't know where to go. And I'm like, just look up some jazz chords, bro. And he looked up some jazz chords and he's like, dude, this is exactly what I needed. Like exactly what I needed to do to make my music 100% better and go. And this is like electronic fucking music where he's programming everything into a keyboard, like not even looking at it, but it's like the chord changes and the chord patterns and everything like that. I think it all is the end. I don't know if it's the end of the road because I'm just getting there, but I think jazz music where it's at.
I don't think it's the end, but it's
like,
the beginning.
Like Alan Holdsworth, he's fucking crazy.
Yup.
Like, I don't know. He's like one of my favorite jazz guitarists.
I think my favorite.
I was showing this kid, like I work for FedEx, and he's big into like music. I have to do a pickup with him, and he's like, "Oh, what do you listen to?" And I was telling him everything, and I'm like, "Just look up Tosin Abasi, look up Victor Wooten, look up those two, and your mind will be blown."
Yes,
Freaking
sir.
Tosin Abasi's thumb goes like 90 degrees backwards.
Yeah,
Dude.
I got that hitchhiker thumb,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah. I actually met Tosin once down in Lawrence, Kansas. He was on the phone the whole time, and I'm like, Tosin, hey, he's like on the phone. He's like, hey, and he just leaves. I'm like, all right, that's all I needed, bro. That's it.
He said a word.
Like, yeah, Tosin said, "Hey" to me. What's up?
Yeah, what up, dude? I met Matt Garska and God, what's his Javier, the other dude in Animals Leaders. I got him to sign. Yeah, I got to sign like a little ticket. I have it somewhere, but yeah, all of those dudes are fucking super cool guys.
It's not just super groove. Like that level of musicianship is hard to come by.
Seriously,
It's the top. It's at the top, dude. It's like the epitome.
Right. Name your favorite Animals as Leader song. Go.
Infinite Regression.
Okay, interesting.
Cognitive Contortions.
Isaac?
Honestly, I don't remember any off the top of my head.
So,
Wow. Shun.
No, not Kifo. Not Kifo.
Shame.
I really like listening to him.
I've been listening to hella Waitlist lately, and that's the album I shun probably the most. But then I come back to it, and it's like, oh shit! Like Isolated Incidents. I'll always love Odessa.
Yeah, dude, Odessa is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What is it? I'm trying to think of the name of the song. It's like, I don't know.
Does it go like this?
I don't know.
Mind Spun is always great. Too.
It hits. That song hits so hard.
Yeah, it does.
It does though.
Right after Woven Web too. It's like shit.
Bro,
And,
anytime I hear that, like, I get erect. Just.
Yeah.
Dude, Earth's Departure is also
So
fucking
good.
crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, it's just a fucking just explosion of just notes and just shit. Yeah.
We're just gonna play it like we're gonna air guitar.
We're gonna mouth families and
Yeah.
theaters for the rest
Yeah.
of the podcast.
I know. We could just probably have a boner the rest of the time, but it's cool. You know, I
Podcast.
got nothing. We could. That could be like a special Sunday. You know.
Yes, special digging in with Tyler.
Just go through each album, just like what section of this song gave you the hardest chub, and you rate each song depending on how hard the chub was on that song.
Depending on boner level.
Right,
Yeah,
but you're like
who's holding the ruler the whole time though? Just like
Boner level with
well,
Tyler.
everybody's different though. Everybody's different. You know, everybody has a different length. Everybody has different girth. So it would depend on the amount of erection you get, not the length.
Hey, do not go gently makes me have a beer can, so you know.
Do not go. Oh. Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. I was like, the sixth song. What is it? What is it? And then,
Dude, let's talk about some of your guys' titles.
sure.
Okay, if you
They're
want.
great. Yeah. We have some more too that you don't know of.
Little Baby Lion Man Jr.
Yeah, shout out to Austin Wilson. I
Austin
don't even
Wilson.
know what fucking band he's in right now, but we were playing. He's our old drummer, and we were playing that song, and he's like, "I'm like, what should we call this song?" And he's just like, "Little Baby Lion Man Jr." We're like, "What did you just say to me?" He's like, "Just Little Baby Lion Man Jr."
Prepped. He had it prepped for like 4
Yeah,
days. He's like, I can't wait to go to
He's
band.
ready.
We're gonna play it again, and I'm gonna fucking name it.
That's how that one came about.
Interesting. Rats. How did Rats for Friends come about? I think
So
that was Trevor's friend.
Yeah, Trevor and I play a lot of video games, and I think everybody plays a lot of video games.
We all play a lot of video games, I think. Yeah. I don't know about Isaac. He works
I
on
don't play
cars all
that.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Isaac just does car stuff, so maybe we need a car stuff band. But anyways, or
Car Bomb.
song name Car Bomb. That's
Car
a good
Bomb.
band.
Car Bomb. So good. Have you heard of Car Bomb, Tyler?
I have.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Have you listened to Car Bomb?
Yes, I have.
Just
All right,
think
then we're
yourself, dude. Pew 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 pew.
Pew pew pew.
I have 4,200 songs on my Spotify right now.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
Happy son.
But yeah, Rats for Friends came about because one of our buddies' gamer tags is Rats for Friends. His new one is Meat Pillow, so we might have to call a song Meat Pillow here soon.
Okay, listen, you guys are drawing a lot of parallels to Yoga for Cats because Brandon stole the name from a girl off Xbox.
Well, they're just copying us at this point.
Okay, fair.
We were around first. This is true.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
That's true.
As a member of the band, I know my history. You know, can't question it.
Okay, I always like asking this question. As a member who like joins the band,
Yep.
do you feel like a connection to what the previous drummer had written, or do you kind of like interpret it differently and like improvise a lot more when you play it live?
Before you answer, Ethan, also to clear things up, he joined our band as well from a previous drummer too. So not only did he join Yoga for Cats like that, but he also joined our band doing that also.
Oh,
we
so
had
it's just normal nowadays.
Yeah.
I've only started 3 bands. First one was Company 33. Don't worry about that. Second one was
band in the world.
Second one was called St. Louis and the Bottom Boys. That was really fun. Not going to talk about that. The third one is undercover right now. We're also more or less instrumental band, but we're kind of noisy, so it's kind of just like some lyrics, but mostly yells. So that's a great time. But so coming in, so Goosehound and Yoga for Cats are the only 2 I've had to join really, besides Jake Lefcorn, but that also doesn't need to be talked about. So the difference between Yoga for Cats and Goosehound coming in, Goosehound, Austin Wilson, he really only made some like punky shit, and I know that Zach, who I've known for a bit, Isaac, who I've only known for a little, like since I've joined the band. Yeah, since I joined the band, and then I've known Trevor since like 6th grade, and I knew he's always like wanted to play guitar. Like he's always been in like the math rock, the prog scene, always trying to like extend his culture and shit. And I was really getting into like different time signatures during this time as well, and we started making Lil Baby Lineman Jr. We already made Lil Baby Lineman Jr. and I just kind of tried to make it a little bit more like just more bullshit than what the previous drummer already did, and it kind of just led to a kind of different feel than I think we were all kind of expecting. And now we're making all these different parts with different feels and different just emotions, and it's actually great, and it's one of my favorite creative processes that I've been a part of actually as a musician in my past. I don't know, however long I've been playing music, 15 years or so. With Yoga for Cats, it was a little different. I thought the previous drummer had a really good grasp on their music. He just didn't have like the technicality to fully bring it to maybe their best fruition. So I tried throwing on different grooves and throwing on just different kind of texturing parts to like try and amplify their sound a little bit better. And that's been more of a struggle actually than like what I've kind of anticipated. And it's been nice. It's been a really nice challenge, and I'm welcoming that process now. And it's been kind of just a meat grind, but honestly, I've enjoyed it a lot. I'd say like I enjoy our creative processes more with Goosehound, but like there's some difficult fucking technical shit that we have to do for Yoga for Cats, and like it encourages me to go beyond what I'm comfortable with being like with my technicality as well. So I think that's really cool. But it was a good question. I'm sorry I've talked so long.
Yeah. Listen, Zach and Isaac, if that did not bring a tear to your eye, because
Dude,
of
I'm
how
crying,
deep that
man.
fucking answer was, you need to check yourself. That was a great answer. Probably the best answer I've ever heard on this podcast.
Yeah, do you, Ethan, this is just a curiosity from me,
Yeah.
but do you think it's more difficult than a lot of the parts that we do just because it's somebody else wrote it, or do you think that we have just as difficult parts, but because you wrote it, it's a little bit different and like you already have that like kind of backed up in your hard drive, let's say? Because I feel like that happens to me a lot. Like I'll write a really difficult riff and I'll be like, oh fuck, this is easy. But then I try to learn somebody else's really difficult riff. I'm like,
It makes it way
damn.
harder.
Yeah.
I'd say it doesn't it doesn't matter on the riff. Like if it comes to me though with the drum part over it, then I get stuck kind of on that drum part, and I try to start basing it off of it sort of, because like I get that feel, and I sort of get stuck on that feel, but I also try to like remove myself from that perspective so I can like gauge the whole music as a whole. Like we got more catchier riffs. They're more floaty. They really like Chon, and they remind me of Chon and some stuff. Like the worst part with Yoga for Cats so far is I've only covered songs that's already had drum parts over it, so I've only added to those songs. We just started working on new ones right before COVID, so I haven't had a chance to really delve into those, and those have been pretty tough just because there's Michael introduced me to like this pretty tough song that's an end time signature that I can't remember right now, and it's just kind of a fucking odd feel.
16 or something.
Right, but so far, just because I haven't been too deep in with Yoga for Cats, I can't like fully justify it. But so far, the creative process has been easier with Goosehound, and just like coming together and like you throwing ideas and you sending videos has been huge, and it's been really easy to take off with that, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a nice back and forth there, Zach. Thanks for taking my spot for a second.
Sure. Digging it with Zach, you know.
I think every band should start a little podcast. Like one of my favorite bands, Moving Absence, literally just started a podcast, and essentially what they do is they just go over like how each song developed, how each song was like written, the basis behind each one, and then maybe they'll bring in like a former member or somebody that inspired them. Like that's the shit I live for, because I'm always looking for like deeper meanings. Like if I hear a lyric that I like, I'm like, I want to know what that boy or girl went through.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's funny you bring that up though. Zach and I have talked about starting a podcast.
Dude, except it was going to be super cool. We were going to go through old mixtapes that our girlfriend sent us and then review them as mixtapes and see which ones hold up and which ones don't.
Yeah, Like it would be solid as fuck. We just ran out of mixtapes. So like, what do we
Yeah,
do
real
after
quick.
that?
Yeah, what do we do after that?
Because I have like maybe 2, I think.
Yeah, I
maybe
got a
3.
few. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were also gonna do like our first band's albums because you
Ooh,
have
yeah.
OTA and I have
Posing
Company
the
33.
apparition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought about that. So that's funny you brought it up, but I don't know. We just haven't really made the strive. But you know, maybe when I move to Omaha, we might have to give it a shot.
Oh yeah.
I'm all for it. I want to hear a podcast from you guys. You guys have a good back and forth. Isaac just kind of, just sits around. But,
I feel like I'm like pretty quiet most of the time. It's kind of like hard to just jump in.
You're a bassist. What else should we expect?
He does have that. He'll come in with that witty joke though.
Oh, yeah,
that
he
makes
has
it
good
the
witty
cherry
jokes.
on top, dude. They're like, I can make some pretty funny jokes, but Isaac, it's a funny motherfucker.
When I try though, it's pretty bad.
It's like it almost has to be like an instantaneous response rather than like.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Oh yeah.
I've been brewing on this one for a while. Let me get it.
Yep.
And
And it's usually after you get done playing, like you get done running through our set, after an hour and like 15-minute warm up, we just come down and sit down. We're like all fucking sweaty, and you're like, that was fun. Like, it's just those little comments. I love it. And that's a bad example, but it was.
Yeah.
As you can tell,
Oh,
he's great at it.
My goodness. Have you guys practiced since COVID, by the way?
No sir.
Oh my
I've been
god.
really wanting to.
we have our first practice on Monday. Actually, I'm pretty
Sure.
stoked. Yeah,
I'm stoked.
we practice in my concrete basement with my cat poop around there.
Yep, it smells
Pretty awesome.
great.
Hey, I lit candles, dude, so it's okay.
Smells
That's it,
fantastic.
That's ready.
You got to deal with the cats, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, I live for him. That's fine.
I know. You have 2 in your apartment right now, right?
Just one.
Oh, one now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yep.
That one was.
I miss my cats.
Yeah.
I miss my cats, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, cats are fucking dope.
When I moved out, right before I moved out, my mom got 2 cats, and they're super cute. I miss them. But,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking rude.
Pippin's meowing at my door right now, actually.
I know my
Yeah.
cat's sitting outside my door. You want to see my cat?
Yeah.
Let's grab our cats.
Okay,
Let's do it.
let's go,
Okay, I gotta go find my cat. Hold on.
Let's do it.
What's up, guys?
Fucking asshole.
This is my
Oh,
dog,
look at
Gracie. Doesn't like being picked up. Claws.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
These cats.
Yeah. Come on. Come
Oh
on.
my god.
I know. He never stops.
So aggressive.
He is. He knows what he wants. Come on. I know he needs. So every time I sit down somewhere, he needs to be on my lap. It's just a thing that he feels and he acts upon it. Come on. It's something. Come on. I'm not gonna pick you up. You gotta do it. His name is Pippin.
Come on, Pip.
Here he is. Here he comes.
Meows are
There
like
he
so
is.
aggressive. Just
A Fluffy.
Yeah. Big fluff.
fucking adorable.
Thanks. Here, I'll raise his whole body for you.
Oh, yeah.
Chunky cat.
Oh, thanks, Pippin.
Oh,
Right.
cat on a pillow. Wow, served it up nice.
It's cool. He
On
can
a
come out
platter.
here. I think he just wanted to say hi. He didn't realize why I was in my room all locked up. He's like, "What the fuck, Dad? Like, I just want to cuddle." Well, now he can chill out in my room. So it's
Hey,
cool.
Zach probably can't hear me.
Oh, he's hanging out with his pal, dude. That's Lionel. He's 13 or something like that. He's really old.
A really
He's,
old cat.
He's 18.
he's awesome.
What a great
18.
name
My
for
bad.
18.
Excuse me.
All right, guys, we are almost out of time. We're at like 2 minutes left until 40 minutes. So
Holy
Really?
shit.
I know
That flew by.
time fucking flies on this podcast.
Yes, sir. Time flies when you're having fun.
Damn.
Plug anything. I mean, plug your music, Facebook.
StopGoosehound.com. Don't let him get away with it.
StopGoosehound.com on my Twitter.
Stopgoosehound.
Yep. Audi.sbm.
Stopgoosehound.com.
Do you guys have any merch?
Yes, you have to come to the show to find it.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to cop some merch from you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're trying to get some more made right now. I have money for that fund, by the way, boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first time hearing of it.
COVID 2018,
Yeah, in 2019, maybe.
2017, baby. Let's go.
And then lastly, obviously, they can find your music on Spotify, Goosehound.
Yep.
All one word.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
You can do Google Play too, iTunes, I think. No, not
Whatever you
iTunes.
want.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's really any
iTunes.
platforms. It's
Yes,
every
iTunes.
platform. Like, it's pretty fun. We only have 5 songs out. We have, I think, 6 unreleased songs right now. We've had about 4 in our reservoir for a while, and now we just started working on 2 new ones, maybe 3 new ones. Really cool, fun names. One's called Flower. One's called Dennis Rodman. One's called The Christ is Right. There's a 4th one. Can't remember the name of it though.
Earth Exit Monastery. That's the new song.
Earth Exit Monastery. Understandable.
Yes, sir.
But these are the names, we just kind of come up with them at random, or if we steal things from bands, because that's just what we do.
It is what it is. Any last words you guys want to preach to the fans?
Fuck Connor Lord.
That's a pretty solid statement.
All right,
thank you so much, Tyler, for having us in the
Tyler.
first place, though. Like, it's awesome. Really appreciate it. I know it's not as exactly what you want on like a Zoom call, but we still really appreciate it,
Yes,
and
sir.
if you'd like to have us around sometime, just give us a call, especially since half of us are going to be in Omaha in about a month and a half anyway. So I can give you some drum pointers because you have really good basics also. Sorry.
Is that a diss, bro?
No, it's not a diss. It's a compliment, man. Dude, he has really good basics.
I mean, I'll take it. Okay, I've only been playing drums for like a year and 3 months, so suck it, Zach.
Exactly, dude. Year and 3 months. That's great progress. That's fucking fat.
All right, put your hand in like this.
Okay.
And on the count of 3, we're gonna say "fuck Connor Lord."
All right. That's all good.
2, 3. Fuck Connor.
Fuck Connor Lord.
Peace.
Fuck yeah. Peace out, guys.
Peace
Take
out.
care.